Hey folks, so the video that you saw was the start of Rumtopf, and Rumtopf is a German alcoholic drink that you make when berry season, when the berries are coming off, and you keep adding to. I missed strawberry season. I had a can where I canned up a small 8-ounce jar of pineapple with its core from 2021, so it has to be used up. So I put that in there. The blueberries that I picked the other day, I put all of those in there. Add a little local honey. Now that honey is something that some friends of mine who have bees brought to me. And then you add either vodka or rum. I've made it with vodka in the past, and I make it. I don't drink it, folks, but I make it and I bring it up for our Christmas gathering. And whatever's left over, my sister Barb drinks it throughout the year. So she rather enjoys Rumtopf. There's a lot of people who think that sumac is poisonous. Well, there is a poisonous type. It's the white sumac. This here is the staghorn sumac with the red combs. Very important, if you are going to collect that one, you know what it is, okay? 2, you've got to collect it 5 to 7 days after the last rain and after the morning dew has left the comb. It's very important. If you collect it just after rain or during the rain, all that flavor is going to wash off, and it takes 5 to 7 days for that flavor to build back up. And each one of those combs has several hairy seeds, and the hairs that stick up on each of those seeds, that's where the flavor is. So you want to collect them when they're dry, 5 to 7 days after your last rain. Now, I caught it just in the nick of time because as I was making that Rumtopf, it started sprinkling, and it's sprinkling right now. I got rain barrel is dripping over there. So, it's also very important that when you collect the sumac, that you don't touch it very much. Not because it's going to irritate your skin. Well, it might if you're sensitive to it. I've never been bothered. But the more you handle that, the more the flavor is going to come off on your hand instead of where you want it in your jar. So that's very important. You can also take the staghorn sumac 5 to 7 days after the last rain and after the morning dew has left the comb. You can take that comb and you can dry it. And once it's dry, you can take those seeds off and allow them to dry a little bit more. And then you can jar them up, put an oxygen absorber in there, anything. Make sure they're dry when you seal them in the jar. And then you can use them in your stir fries. It has like a lemony flavor, which is what makes the Rumtopf really palatable to a lot of people, is the lemony flavor of the sumac, is the lemony flavor of the Rumtopf. If you take those seeds and you dry them, you can grind them up and you can use it as, it turns like a little, once those seeds are dry, once those seeds are, I caught that mosquito and I thought I killed it, but when I opened my hand, it flew off, damn it. So you can take those seeds, dry them, and grind them up, and you can use it like pepper. By that time, it's going to have like a lemony pepper flavor. A lot of people really like that cooked with their fish. If you like fish and you like lemon with your fish and a little pepper, there you go. Take your fish and add a little sumac berry or 2 or 3. in with your fish when you're frying it up. It's really good, folks. It really is. So as I keep going, I will keep adding to that jar. I don't think I'll add any more blueberries. I won't add any more pineapple. I won't add any more sumac, but the blackberries will be coming off. The elderberries will be coming off. The nanny berries. All these berries will be coming off this fall. Choke cherries, cranberries. They'll all go in there as they become ripe. So that there, I usually make it in a gallon jar, but all my gallon jars were either never returned to me or they're full of something else. So this one is a pickle jar, and I think it's a half-gallon pickle jar. So that works. That's plenty anyway. I'm not going to drink it. So, but others really rather enjoy it. They do. So I've made it with, I don't know if I said this, but I've made it with vodka. I'm going to make it with rum. I bought this rum specifically to make this Rumtopf with rum. I figure if it's called Rumtopf, then I'll try it with actual rum instead of vodka. So there's no measuring. It's just whatever you want to throw in there. And the honey, you don't have to use honey. You can use sugar. You can use whatever sweetener that you want. You can add as much as you want. The purpose of the sugar or the honey is not to have it ferment, because if you add too much honey or sugar or whatever, then it will ferment. You add just enough to add a little sweetness to the tang of the Rumtopf. I don't measure, folks. I just don't measure. And it'll sit right up on my pantry shelf where it's cool and dark until I'm ready to add to it again. So the Rumtopf is, you make it this time of year when the berries are coming off, and it's ready to drink right around Christmas or New Year's. So, and of course, the darker the berry, the darker the Rumtopf is going to be, right? You could also, folks, you could buy frozen fruit at your local store or take some out of your freezer, and you could also make Rumtopf that way. So I like kind of sticking to the foraging aspect of it. And as I forage, I'll throw a handful or 2 or 3 into the jar as the season progresses. So there you go. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And you all be good. Do a good deed. Set an example for others who have never had an example of how to act proper and have manners to others.